knew this market. I used to think, well, okay, so a box comes out and there's the natural ebb and flow where it goes down a little bit and it goes up a little bit, and some cards are playable and some aren't. Nowadays, nothing makes sense. We're in the Fugazi land. Nothing makes sense anymore, but I know what makes sense, and that's that we have the most product available for Final Fantasy collectors. If you want that product, and you don't want to wait 3 to 16 hours at the local GameStop or the Walmart or the Target where everybody else is going to go ahead and grab it in front of you, and then you just waited and wasted 8 hours of your life, come on down to the Basement Collectors, because we've got you covered. And not only that, to offset the high price, because it is a high price, these are $700 market price items, right? To offset that, we are going to be throwing in some extra stuff with your collector box. So with the collector box, you'll be getting not only the collector box, you'll be getting a random bundle from us. We have a whole inventory, everything from Final Fantasy bundles, Aether Drift, Dragons of Tarkir, going back to the old school stuff. We'll randomize it, and you'll get a free bundle just for buying your collector box, and you'll be getting a free playmat of your choice, and you'll be getting a free deck box of your choice. We know this is an expensive product. We know you'll want it. We want to make it as easy for you to get the most value out of this and to have some fun with us, okay? So that is the collector promise that we're giving you guys. If you buy a collector box, there's a whole bunch of goodies that come with that. As well, we are going to be setting the market on fire with this pre-release product. We have a capacity of 100 players here at the store. I have online put a limit of 80 pre-release kits. Now, just as a reminder, the 80 pre-release kits you can get online through our website, which is also our Discord, and you can go to collectorsemporium.com to go ahead and find all the links, or go to our Discord, which is on any of our promos. There's a little QR code that goes right to our Discord, and all the links are in there too. It's, by the way, ding, 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 a 1,400-person Discord right now, and that's a majority local Long Island, New York player base that has come in here, we've interacted with, and we love it when you guys come back and you interact with us. If you're looking for a pickup game, if you're looking for an event, sales, activities, events, just to mingle with your friends or learn about the newest tech that's going on in the games, join our Discord. That's where you'll find about all this stuff that we've got going on. So we have an 80-person pre-release that will be Friday, June 6th, here in the Basement of Collectors. We have 72 tickets, or 72 people have already signed up online. We fully expect it to cap out at the 80, and then we'll have a handful of like 10, 15 additional seats. It'll be first come, first serve tomorrow. I highly, highly, highly recommend hopping in the Discord, going to our pre-release, which is on Eventbrite, and signing up immediately right now, because you have a chance, and only the people who sign up online have a chance at this collector box right here. I'm going to do a random raffle for only the people that sign up through our Discord/Eventbrite for the pre-release. Before we fill up, sign up, and then during the event, I will run a free raffle for those players only. But you ask, what about everybody else that just came in off the street? There's not going to be that many that come off the street, because as I told you, most of you signed up online. But I want to give away the most value, and I got Jeremy to help me out with this. So what we're going to do is give away a second collector box during the event. So during the event, it's only going to be pre-release Final Fantasy here in the Basement at Collectors. So make sure, if you want anything to do with Magic, pre-release Final Fantasy, this is the store for you, and we're giving away two of these collector boxes here at the store. So do not miss it. It's the event of all Long Island. We're setting this thing on fire. Check it out. Pre-release time is Friday here in the Basement at Collectors. So what else do we have to talk about? Oh, well, I did mention it. It's all right there. I wrote it down and I forgot to show you guys. We do have flyers, and they're on our collectorsemporium.com, as well as our Discord, our 1,400-person Discord. Check out this QR code, which you should see also on the screen, and sign into that, and that's our Discord and how to get all the links for everything else you're looking for. So we will have all of this available for sale starting midnight tonight Eastern, as we are an Eastern state. So come on by, set your clocks for 11:59, and get down to the store. We're open till 1 o'clock tonight in the morning. Maybe I'll get some pizza. We'll have some fun with Tony and Mike and Quinn. We'll have a good time. You will be the first on the island to have access to this product. Hop in the Discord. We'll be playing some Commander games late night. We're going to have a lot of fun with you guys. Yes?
I do want to talk about the singles, though.
Yes, please talk about some singles. What do we got?
There's a lot of high-end stuff here, but I want you to, like, I don't know if you're a Final Fantasy guy, but
Sure.
the Aerith in particular, it's definitely gonna go up.
Okay.
Because this is a very popular character in the series.
So what my producer is telling me is that Aerith, one of the Final Fantasy characters, is a highly, highly sought-after character. It looks like it's a signature series. Is that right?
Yes, and look
So
at
who's the? Do we know who signed it? Is it the? I assume the artist signed it.
Yes, the artist signed
Oh,
it.
holy shit! I didn't know about this.
The most recent sold was $9.79.
Wow, that's crazy. Do we know a variance of how many of these are in? I assume the collector boxes. Would it tell us on here? Probably not. I don't
No,
know.
no, no. It's serialized. It's 4,000.
Oh, this is one of the serialized. Oh,
Yes,
holy
4,000.
shit! Do me a favor. Has anybody sold or listed the Chicoburos, the serialized little chocobos? I apologize. Sorry, I don't know Final Fantasy. I just know Magic. So when we're gonna do, by the way, if you're looking at the stream right now and you're like, man, I really wish I could win something just by watching, tune in. Subscribe to our youtube.com/thebasementgames. Tune in around 6 o'clock. We're going to be doing a cracking of collectors. We'll have 2 boxes. We're going to crack. We're going to talk about the lore. And we'll be giving away some play booster packs. All if you join us on the stream in about an hour. Yeah.
You want to laugh? There's 7,000 printed, right? But then we look at
Wait. That's not the golden version.
That's not the gold version, but this is one of them.
Oh, so there's multiple. I didn't realize there was multiple. I thought it was just the one.
7,000 was printed, right?
Okay.
And the first sold with this was
$75. Yep.
Yes.
Is there any that are the golden variants?
Yes. Let's look for them. Right?
So the golden variant, of course, that's the big chase card. I was told it would be in the tens of thousands of dollars if a sale had happened. Which is why we might want to look on eBay if you have that link up and type in golden serialized Chukaburo. There's a lot of Chocobo. Chocobo. Hey, I can't be a part of all nerddom. I pick and choose. I missed Final Fantasy. I was a Zelda guy. So if you talk about Ganon and Link, I'm there for you. That's what I'm talking about. Now, that is a listed price. That is not the actual what somebody has paid yet. So can we go to sold with that exact same setting? So somewhere in there is sold, eBay sales, and show me what it has gone for. If you scroll down on your left, scroll on your left, scroll down. Yep. And then you'll see on the left, it'll say sold. Keep going. And keep going. There's an area that says sold. When you find it, you'll know. Yep, sold items. Let's see what we have, if any have sold yet. So there's a green one for $1,700. It doesn't look like anyone has sold one, so he's trying to set the market at $200K. That sounds bananas, and God bless him if he can get it done. I think in a more realistic sense, these will probably be in the tens of thousands, so maybe between 10 to 50K would be my guess, depending on the numbers. But there are 77 total that you can pull out of thousands of collector boxes. They're a highly sought after item. We've seen this happen with other highly sought after items. Hint, hint, the One Ring, which Post Malone owns and purchased for $2.3 million, even though it graded out at 8.5 and it wasn't even mint. I'm just saying, like I bitched too. But golden chocobos are where it's at. Actually, all the chocobos are where it's at, and you can get them in the collector boxes that you purchase from us. I'm not saying it's guaranteed. I'm just saying you can possibly get them from us tonight at midnight as we launch this sale. It's going to be crazy. This is all we're talking about right now. But there are some other things that we're doing here in the Basement of Collectors, and I just want to go over them briefly. Real quick, I want to mention we had last Friday the largest pre-release for Lorcana in all of Long Island. In fact, I heard even all of New York, too. It was a 35-person pre-release event. We had over half the players come out in costume. It was so much fun. They're really knocking it out of the park with sets 8, and from what I've heard, set 9 is going to be just as awesome. We're going to introduce reprints, a standardized rotation. It's going to be a fire set. There's going to be new variants of rares. For those that are Magic-only players, and you've been thinking about, would there be any other TCGs that I could easily get into that I would like? Let me mention Lorcana. Lorcana is a lot of fun. It's sorcery speed Magic. So just to pretend everybody's got a Grand Abolisher in play, and you're playing at sorcery speed. Okay, and it's a lot of fun. You also have some different choices you have to make, as literally almost every card in your hand can become mana, essentially, as opposed to having specific mana cards. Very fun game, very thematic as far as the flavor of the cards. If you have any love for Disney, or if you have friends or family, I've got people coming in the store, they're teaching their young kids, they're teaching their boyfriends and girlfriends, they're teaching their grandparents, because remember, they've got Snow White, Pinocchio, they've got all the favorites from the 60s, 70s, 80s, all through today. It's a generational game, and it's bringing in a lot of people into game stores that have never been into a game store, and it's a really fun game. So I highly recommend checking out Lorcana. We have a new league that started up, and League Day is Tuesday, so we also have some other leagues that will be going on. I believe our new One Piece League will be starting on Tuesdays as well, yes? And our new pre-release, pre-con league, or Escalation League, will be this Tuesday, the 10th. I have a flyer. I don't have a flyer. The flyers are all up on our website, or you might see a flyer coming through on our promos. Essentially how an Escalation pre-con league starts and begins and the whole thing. So it's your regular league, right? So it's 10 weeks. You come in every week and you play 3 rounds, and you have a chance to get achievement points. The achievement points are how you separate the winners at the end of the league. And oftentimes the points will accumulate into boxes, collector boxes, random packs, just a lot of fun stuff. We also have a chair that's our throne, and it's a nice swivel chair, and it's got the leather seats, and the winner of the league each time gets that. Yeah.
Remember, our Pokemon League starts. Semi Pokemon League starts today too. And
Today?
yes.
Oh, we have a new Pokemon League starting today. I didn't even realize that with all the magic stuff going on. Holy smokes. Yeah, Tony's still 7 o'clock, I assume?
Yes.
Right around 7 o'clock. So that's going to be a lot of fun because we're doing our cracking collectors as well and a whole bunch of stuff going on. But real quick, back to the pre-release, or excuse me, the pre-con escalation league. So for newer players, for players that are just looking to spice things up a little bit and try things on a different level, how it'll work, you will come in next week. You can either bring in an unmodified pre-con deck, any unmodified pre-con deck. You just can't add new cards to it. Or you can purchase one from us, and we'll have some deep discounts. We'll also have the newest Final Fantasy stuff. This will be next Tuesday. You'll come in right around 6:30, 7 o'clock. We will give you, as part of your entry, which is $15, 2 packs that we choose, and everyone will get the same packs. You crack those packs. You can use the cards you crack, put them into your deck. Then we'll give you about 15, 20 minutes. You can swap any cards from your deck or from the cards you've cracked and make the best deck you can. You will get to use that, and that will be your deck for that day. And then you come back with that deck next week, and you'll do the exact same thing with different packs. And over 10 weeks, we will evolve this pre-con into a really awesome deck. And it'll all be done, and everybody will kind of like elevate their decks around the same time. You'll get to learn this new kind of fun meta, and after 10 weeks, you'll have a really fun, engaging deck that you have played for 10 weeks, and you've gotten points and you've done achievements with. It's going to be a great time. So that's a Pre-Con Escalation League. That'll be starting June 10th, Tuesday, here in the Basement at Collectors. What else is going on? I know that Warhammer is starting another league. We, of course, have a new Warhammer product that looks incredibly awesome. Thursday, of course, is our hobby day, so we also have Warhammer painters that come out here, and they show off their styles and how they do that. It's so impressive what they're able to do with all the Warhammer and the miniatures and the paintings. Where else was I? Oh, of course, Final Fantasy Friday. I do want to mention this. Only Final Fantasy games will be going on tomorrow, which is Friday the 6th. Only Final Fantasy pre-release. When the pre-release starts to like around round 2 or 3, once we get some drops, some people might form some commander pods and things like that. That's fine, but we're not advertising anything. So pickup games will be very limited, and likely you won't have space for them because, as I just mentioned, our pre-release will be a sold-out pre-release, and we just won't have space for anything but that. So if you're planning on buying stuff, you can come on by and trade and all that as we normally do. But if you want to do any games other than Final Fantasy, Friday won't be the day for you. Come on by on Saturday or Sunday. We'd love to host you. And you can find out all this information, of course, in our Discord, which you can scan from the QR code you see right there on our screen, or if you go to collectorsemporium.com. Am I missing anything else?
No, I mean, I kind of want to talk more about the singles.
Oh, yeah, let's go back to the singles. So, what do you got on singles? And I don't know if you're mic'd right now, if they can hear you, or if I'm just having to repeat you.
I'm gonna have to just be loud.
That's all right. What do you got?
So like this Warrior Light, it's 10,000 printed right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's signed by the original artist himself.
That's fire.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And this is definitely going to be a chase card. And this is also a commander too, if I'm not mistaken.
That is a commander. I like to, so I used to be big into like, I want to see all the spoilers. I want to know what I'm getting into and all that stuff. I'm a little busy these days, so I don't always have time for it. Today, when we do our cracking collectors in about 30 minutes on this stream, so we're going to go to a break, and then we actually have a different link for it, but it's all on youtube.com/thebasementgames, so if you want to see that, and we'll be giving away cards and packs as well, so make sure you check that out. That's going to be my first interaction with a lot of these cards. I've seen a few of the spoilers, I know about some of the cards, but this will be my first time really reading them, holding them, seeing them, and getting to see that. And I kind of like it because I stay mostly spoiler-free during spoiler season. I believe Quinn will be on the stream with me as well, possibly Jeremy, so they'll also get to add in some of the lore knowledge and importance in the gameplay and mechanics and stuff like that. So it'll be a really fun stream. I recommend you go ahead and check that out as well. That'll be going on in just about a half hour. 6 p.m. will be our start time for the Cracking Collector stream, and we'll get to see some of the high-value cards. Hell, we might even pull some of our packs here. By the way, we're a ship and stay stream, so if you want those products, don't worry, they're not going somewhere else. They'll be right here in the Basement at Collectors, and you can purchase them from us starting at midnight tonight, like you can with everything else that we've got here today. So, my friend, I think we're going to get really hype about all the pricing of the collector's singles once we go through our collector box crackings in about 30 minutes. Is there anything else you want to touch on?
Yeah. So what I'm seeing now is like with a lot of these cards too, I feel like they're updating the prices. So like it's market for 7, but the most recent sales were 600, 675. So I
Mhm.
see a lot of these cards going down in general.
Yeah,
Um,
and when I mean that's going to be anytime you have a new market and there's a lot of hype behind it. Typically, there will be speculators, and they will hype up a product. Then you'll have your flippers, and then you'll have just your fans. And so all three of those are converging at the same time. And as one kind of like gets their fill of the product, and then they try to turn around and flip it, then the other sects will go ahead and try to grab it and find the best deals and the values and all that
yeah.
stuff. So that's just the nature of any kind of market. And this is not just new or something we do in TCGs. You see this when a new PlayStation comes out, where the MSRP on is $500, but during release it's 1,000. You know, that's just because of the supply and demand of how economics work as well as capitalism. So that's the world we live in, and that's how this product is going to go as well. There will be a market decline after release, and there may be some rebounds as well. A lot of times, especially with these Universe Beyond sets, like we saw with Lord of the Rings, like we've seen with Assassin's Creed, a lot of times there's an immediate dip once everybody has what they think they want, and then after several weeks go by and there's play, and people realize certain cards are really valuable and they do really well, and then other people want to fill in their collection, that's when you oftentimes will see like a 20 to 30% uptick. So all this is possible, and it's worth noting that a lot of people that ordered these boxes online at a cheaper price, say 4 or 5 months ago, are realizing that their orders have been canceled. Not from us, we don't do that, but unfortunately, other places do. Which is why I highly always recommend check with your local game store. We happen to be a local game store here in Levittown, Long Island, 2705 Hempstead Turnpike. Make sure you check that out so you can come by and check us out and get our product as we have it here available tonight. Yeah.
So we got one commenter, Nathan Simpson. What is this? You're way too energetic for 2 people watching.
So we are a newer stream. I've been streaming personally from my own Debasement Games, which is a club based in Brooklyn for some time, which is why we have several hundred followers and whatnot. But this is a newer stream here in Debasement Collectors. We have a brand new Debasement studio with a nice set of cameras and mics. I have a producer who's going ahead. That's Tony, and he's working on doing the inlays and all this stuff. So it is a newer stream. I'm not new at this, and we've been at this for a minute, and I'm hype as hell because this is an awesome set. If you're on any of our socials, you'll see why it's so exciting. The whole place is abuzz talking about Final Fantasy. This is the product of at least all summer.
Well, let me give you some lore. Jack Garland, right? This is the U card.
Mm-hmm.
This man, literally, his job was to stop chaos, right? But ultimately, he winded up becoming chaos in order to save the kingdom.
That's amazing.
So there's this game called it's basically like a prequel to Final Fantasy. When I have it, I'll lend it to you. It's on PlayStation. Amazing game.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Let's get into the lore when we bring our other guys that can like nerd out on it and do a more in-depth conversation. Also, because I've got things I got to do before our next stream. So let's go ahead and we're going to cap this stream right now. It's what we do every Thursday where we do a nice little market watch, and we'll add some gameplay and other stuff on Thursdays, but Thursdays are going to be our day for streaming. We'll get some games in the future with other owners, and we'll make this a lot of fun. So thank you all very much, those who did watch now in the present or those that are going to watch us later in the future. Thank you for joining us. Again, we've got a huge Discord with over 1,400 members. You can subscribe to us and like us here on YouTube. We'll be bringing you a lot more stuff. And for our 1 or 2 live viewers that we've got right now, join us for the Cracking Collectors. We'll be giving away some of the stuff that you see we crack and some play boosters just by joining us on the live stream. Don't forget to check that out. Happening in about 30 minutes. There's
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.